5 things every creative who wishes to pursue a creative career needs to have figured out before they start. Number 1, what are your values? In an industry which preys on those with a malleable self-identity, it is of the utmost importance that you are clear on what your values are. You must pose to yourself the question, what is the most I'm willing to sacrifice for material worldly success? And you must be concrete in that. You must understand that you must be sure of that, exactly what that is. In the book, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, he has this quote, it's a prominent quote that says, a man who understands himself and the enemy does not need to worry about the outcome of 100 battles. A man who only understands himself and not the enemy will occur one loss for every victory he encounters. And a man who knows neither himself nor the enemy will succumb a loss every single time. Number 2, you need to have a strong sense of self-belief. You do not know the amount of amazing creatives in which everybody admires that I know that almost have close to zero self-belief. And they think by having a lack of self-belief, they're being humble. This is just so far from the truth, right? The individual who believes himself when nobody does will always get further than the individual who everybody recognizes their greatness and they can't simply see it within themselves. So ensure that you have a strong self-belief and you believe in your art, right? And what it is that you create with 100% and full conviction. Because not a lot of people want to do this stuff, and not a lot of people really make it. Number 3, you need to define what success means to you. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. In an industry where our success is determined how our peers or others perceive what we create, it is of the absolute most importance that we define what success means to us. Some of the greatest artists of our time died before the world could recognize their greatness. Vincent van Gogh, Michael-Jean Basquiat, Emily Dickinson, all these people died before the world could recognize their greatness. And once they died, years after, only then did the world recognize the skill and the beauty of their work. Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. It means progressively realizing something that has meaning to you as an individual. So you must define what success means to you. Number 3, you do not need to go to any more events or have more creative friends. You just need to do more work. Being a creative, people often think the funnest part or the most exciting part is being invited to brand events or having more cool creative friends that invite you to more events and, constantly going out to these exclusive events that only creatives get invited to. I've been to a shit ton of those, and every time you encounter the same BS, bumping into people you've met 100 times who always happen to forget your name. You do not need that. It's time waste. It is absolute time waste. You need to be mastering your craft and perfecting it. You need to be mastering your craft and perfecting it, and do more work up until you're an absolute pro, and you cannot be denied any opportunities because of your expertise. Because to be honest with you, the path to success is lonely. It is lonely. It is you spending time with yourself, doing something long enough up until you're at a point that's it's undeniable. The craftsmanship and the work is undeniable. The 5th thing is, the people who you admire and respect aren't any more talented or gifted than you are. They simply just have audacity. If there's one trait every single creative needs to adopt, is a strong sense of audacity. An audacious person exudes a strong sense of confidence, a strong sense of worthiness. Why? Because they pose to themselves this one simple question. Why not me? Why wouldn't people like my work? Why wouldn't people admire my work? Why wouldn't people want to compensate me for my work? Why wouldn't people want to listen or admire or even give me the time of day for what I have to say or what I have to share? Most people lack a sense of self-belief because they're not audacious enough. It is the people who are doing what you're doing aren't more talented than you. They simply have the audacity to believe that their work could be liked, respected, received well. So if you're creative, those are 5 things that you need to have down pat before you even start. And maybe if you're halfway through the process, no need to panic. Now that you know this information, if you can apply it in your life, you can really propel and succeed and go in a direction where you appreciate yourself. Thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy Cabs Kamizi. See you guys in the next video.